day trading live this morning in a overall choppy market and managing my risk on 2 trades for basically a break-even day, but it could have been a lot worse. Stay tuned. So we're taking a look here at AQMS, looking at this $3 area, that previous kind of close, or possibly 321, looking to short into this yesterday, making a big move, but not really holding, and then getting stuck there twice at 321 area. So looking to see if we can find an opportunity to go short here. It's kind of stuck right at this resistance area right now, and we'll see if it's going to pull back down here, or maybe it's going to run. So AQMS getting up to that $3 area, getting stuck there, pulling down there, 278. Not really giving me a great opportunity to go short here. So AQMS not giving me an opportunity to go short here. Not going to chase it either. We'll see if it's going to bounce off this 273 area right here. So going short here at 282. Big massive seller there at 285 on AQMS. Looking for this to move back down there below the 273 area. I might be able to add some more if we get back up to that 290 area, just to increase my my average cost here. Looking for this to crack below the VWAP there. VWAP there at 284. Get below this 280. I think we'll get down there to 270 again. So the volume just drying up here on AQMS. You can see the volume is just gone. There's just no volume now. Not liking that at all here. So I'm just going to get out there, 285. Not liking how the volume is just dead. I think really just forced this trade. You can see, shorting at the bottom here. This was not where I should be shorting at. I should be shorting up here. I saw a big seller there. It really didn't matter because it was like just a spoof. So that's one of the problems. Sometimes when you look at level 2, you'll see a big seller there. Well, that seller really isn't a big seller. It's just someone trying to hold the price down, or maybe he's trying to get cheaper shares on another account, and it can be an issue. So you got to be careful. I was looking too much at the level 2 and not really at the chart. That 282 area, I shouldn't have been shorting there. I should have been shorting up here at 290s and then covering down here at 280. You can see you got that support now, and the volume's just not there. So we got no volume, 3,000, 1,000, 100, 700 shares traded on these candles. So it's just not going to do much. Maybe it starts cracking later, but right now it could, it could squeeze pretty quickly and move back up there to the $3 area. So I'm just going to walk away from it for now, and we'll see what happens later with it. So I was thinking about shorting HTZ here at the $18 area. Kept an eye on it, just didn't pull the trigger. It was in this kind of solid uptrend here, kind of following the EMAs this morning from the 1720 area, moving up there to the $18 area. But you can see kind of multiple attempts at breaking out above this 1806 high of day, 1805, not breaking above there. And look at it now, pulling back down there to 1765. So nice move there on HTZ, just not pulling the trigger there. Sometimes if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. And you can see AQMS bouncing up there to 298. So that low volume, just consolidating through there. I got out there at 285, so lost 3 cents. And it's been consolidating through there and kind of getting back up to that $3 area. This would have been, where I wanted to short at in the first. Like I said earlier, I think I was just trying to force this trade. I was like, oh, this is something this can crack, this can crack. But you can see, I got up there to 298. So you got to be careful. There, you can obviously see the support was there where I needed to be shorting up here at the 290s and not at the bottom, and in the support area. That was not where I need to be shorting at. So jumped in here on HTGM, looking for this move back above $5 here. Jumping in there, you can see we're getting these 2 fills. Bought right there at the break of $5. It was holding for a second. Thought we might get that push to 510, 520, and then bought off this 9 EMA here. So looking for this push back above $5 here on HTGM. You can see overall on the day, it's been looking pretty good from the 430 area up there above $5. This is the previous runners. So seeing if this 485 area can get moving, can hold the support area on HTGM, get back above that 490. I think we'll test $5 at least one more time here. Come on, baby. Give me that break over 490 here. I'm getting out there at 498. It's getting stuck there at $5 again. Maybe it's going to explode over 5 here, but I'm not going to risk it. Slow day, and you can see getting up there. So HTGM getting stuck at that $5 area again. There was a massive seller there at $5. Wasn't liking it, so I was like, I'm going to get out here. I ended up getting out there at 498. I was hoping for this to break over $5, but it just couldn't break. It was like sitting there. It was like bing, bing, bing. Wanted to break over $5. There was a lot of buying pressure there, but also it just was stuck right at $5. When I saw that, I was like, I'm going to get out of this. Worst come to worst, I can buy back. If it breaks over $5, And you can see now pulling back down there to 475. So, you know, I could have went from being up 80 bucks to now being down $200, $300. So today is really just a day of managing risk. I managed the risk on AQMS. I managed my risk on HTGM. You know, HTGM could have exploded over $5, got to $5.10, $5.20, been a $300, $400 trade. But when I saw that it was getting stuck there at the $5 area, I was like, hey, not liking it. It's getting stuck here. This should be exploding. It already had the buying. It had a lot of buyers stepping up. So I was thinking, you know, this should explode. It wants to explode, but it's not. Something's going on there, so I'm going to get out. And worse come to worse, you know, I can get back in later at the break over $5. So you can see, you know, worked out pretty good for me. AQMS, kind of the same thing. It's all about managing that risk. AQMS squeezed to 323. Now it's pulling back, but this would have been a nasty squeeze to be a part of. I don't want to get stuck in that. And you know, at the end of the day, it's really just about managing my risk. So these two trades, really for me, they weren't a winner. They weren't a loser. It was more just, hey, AQMS obviously was a loser. I could have played it better. You know, I really just executed at the wrong time. Like I said, it was a little bit of FOMO, a little bit of just trying to force that trade. I think I just wanted to get a trade. It was almost 10 o'clock. I was like, I just want to get a trade here. And I got to stop myself from doing that. I got to stop myself from trying to force a trade like this. You know, shorting there at the 383 area was a terrible, terrible place to short. It made no sense on why I would do it other than the fact that I saw that big seller there on level 2. And I thought to myself, oh, there's a big seller. You know, it's a big seller. It's going to crack. It's going to crack. And then the same thing for HTGM. I think the first buy on HTGM wasn't that great either. You know, buying there for the break over $5. I probably could have waited. You can see how overextended it was. I could have told myself, hey, I'm not going to buy here at $5. I'm going to wait for this to pull back down to the 90 MA, find some support, and then I'll jump in. So, you know, if I would have jumped in there at the 480 area, this would have been a 20-cent win back up to that $5 area. So the moral of the story today really was about managing my risk, knowing when to get out of a trade that's not looking like it's going to work out, and then also managing that risk, seeing that resistance there on HTGM, and then telling myself, hey, you know, I know you want this to explode. I know you think this could possibly go to, you know, 520. You know, this could be a big win, but at the same time, I don't want this thing to crash on me. I don't want to get stuck here at $5, and I'm going to take profit there, and worst come to worst, I can always jump back in if it does show strength above $5. So there it is. That's kind of my synopsis on what went down today and what I was doing and what I needed to do better. So hopefully that helps you guys understand, you know, it's not always about big wins. It's not always about, you know, if you're right or wrong. It's, you know, it's really just about managing that risk. Even when you're wrong, kind of understanding, okay, you know, it's not looking good. I need to get out. And not being stubborn, not trying to force it. AQMS, you know, I could have sat there and be like, oh, it's just going down. It's going down. It's going down. I know it's going to go down. And then all of a sudden, you know, it's squeezing on me. So, and that was the important thing with AQMS, and then HTGM, same idea. My greed could have been like, oh, Patrick, this is going to explode. It's going to explode. Look at it. It's going, it's going, it's going. But then my other part of me was like, hey, it's not breaking over 5. There's a big buyer sitting there at 498. It's not breaking 5. It's not looking hot. Volume's increasing, but it's not breaking 5. So something's going on here. I need to take profit. I need to jump out of this. And that's exactly what I did on HTGM. So all about managing risk today. If you guys can do me one big favor, you guys killed it yesterday. Everybody commented. It was amazing. But hey, do it again. Leave more comments. If you know, you can also leave comments talking about what trades you made today, what stocks you're trading, what stocks you think are hot, what stocks you're shorting, or all that fun stuff. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Do me one other big favor. Hit that like button. Hit the like button, baby. Hit it, hit it, hit it. If you guys haven't already, I don't know why you haven't, but if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. I don't know why you wouldn't subscribe by now, but I'll talk to you guys later on.